You are watching Future Proof with Sarah Hopwood. Thank you for joining us as I interview different people as they share their knowledge about the power of emotional intelligence and all the different aspects of emotional intelligence, which will really show us how we can move forward positively, just embracing artificial intelligence, machine learning, and also our ongoing relationships at home and within the workplace. Hello and welcome to Business Sense and Emotional Intelligence, Communicating Your Way to Success, the TV programme that looks at the value of emotional intelligence and helping to future-proof not just business but also future generations, our children and grandchildren and all the rest of it. I'm joined by Tim Stevenson, a very old friend. I've known him for years. Tim, can you remember being my GP?
I can remember it vaguely and briefly, but no, we've bounced off each other in a number of social areas and family and friends.
We have mutual friends.
Absolutely.
Our kids are roughly the same age. Your two kids are abroad in...
I've got two abroad at the minute. One who lives and married an American and living in the West. My youngest boy has gone out to be with them for the ski season.
And Laura?
Luxury. And Laura, she's in Hertfordshire teaching. And already senior leadership in the school, so makes you feel old.
Yeah, but also the ambition of her parents too. I mean, she's got that from you guys. And this programme is about emotional intelligence, and I wasn't going to do this, but I am going to say I remember you being our GP, and I've always thought of you as being a sort of a very human doctor, if I can say that. I don't think everybody is, and the key thing that I remember you doing, and I'll share it too here, that when my daughter was really, really ill, I was calling, and it was a nighttime visit, and by the time you turned up, she looked like she might be getting slightly better. And any parent that's done that, you feel mortified then. Oh, I've wasted their time, I feel guilty. And I remember greeting you, and we didn't know each other socially then at all. You were literally just my GP. And your answer to me was, look, you are the mother. If you are worried, then I'm worried. And talk about making you feel better. And I know that human side of you, I think, has been threaded through your whole career. You've had fingers in many pies, and we will look at some of those pies. But what are you doing now?
I'm still doing some clinical medicine with pilot medicals, seafaring medicals, diving medicals, and general occupational health, which has been my bread and butter for the last 20 years. But I'm going back to a previous love of looking at the psychiatry, the psychology of people, the influence of psychiatry and psychology on well-being, and how we can positively influence that and undermine the negative influences of it.
And where is that, you say it was a previous love kind of thing, but where has that come from? What has brought you back to it again?
I've realised that with a career of 35 years in medicine, you pick up a lot of things, and that perhaps I'm now of the age and have got the emotional intelligence, the information behind me, and the experience basically that I can contribute to the community and contribute to the background information, so that my opinion about what might make people anxious or stressed or distressed is just as valid as reading a textbook that I would have read 35 years ago.
I think that's very, very relevant. There are many people, and I myself talk about mindfulness, and whilst I'm well read, with your history and your experience, you know, I don't know how many patients you might have seen from day to day, but you know, you have a catalogue, I think, like you say, of information, of wisdom, and with that, and then thinking about the professional side of wellness and mindfulness, and linking the two, you have a wealth of wisdom to draw on as you advise people. So can you tell me what I kind of picture what you look like? So if I came to your business, what will I find? What are you offering? Where can I find it?
The Healthy Company is mainly based in South.
That's the title of it.
The Healthy Company is mainly me now. The occupational health business we still run, and that's in the practice business, Health Resources. So that's the business facing, the B2B bit is Business Health Resources. The Healthy Company is very much me trying to develop, or not so much develop, but solidify or cellulizify, put it onto film, put it onto a tape, what's in here, and hopefully to, admittedly, hopefully make some money from it.
Yes,
but
of course. That's
not the prior. You know, we've had branding meetings, etc., and when we're having our branding meetings, the key is this isn't just about making money. The main thing is that there's an altruistic feel to it, and that, you know, we want to make enough money to make the website roll, but that's not the main aim. I would say the main aim is to do good and have fun when we're doing it, which is a bit of when I worked for Virgin, and I still go on all the charity things, they do good and have fun, and we go on charity ventures and adventures, and we have lots of fun, and we raise lots of money as well. So,
which is great. It's a lovely way to raise money. Can I ask you, in your career, have you, I know the press is saying there's a much higher level of anxiety, distress, stress. I notice very clearly the difference there. Is that true to your experience? Have you notably seen an elevation in levels of mental distress, illness, whatever we want to call it? And is there a particular category, age group, if that's the right word, where it has been most significant?
I think the younger generation, I never know whether they're millennials or baby boomers, but not after the baby boomers.
Yes,
really.
I'll say
And I would say that they're the people that have grown up in the digital age, and maybe perhaps looking at what's on TV and thinking that success is all about working hard, playing hard, making lots of money. And if that's what is the core, it's not a very structured core. It's not a very stable core. So, you know, I think we've got sucked into feeling that success is about money, feeling that, you know, we have to work extremely hard, and that we must, you know, we must always be doing something. And I'm guilty of that. You know, I can't, whenever, it's only now that I'm semi-retiring and I've got working 3 days a week. On the 2 days that I'm not working, I'm usually working.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm not maybe doing as much as I used to do. And so it's allowing yourself, it's liberating yourself from maybe the social pressures of what you think you should be doing.
I like that about liberating and allowing yourself, and I think it's particularly relevant to your comment about being busy all the time. And you know, that's I think the link to mindfulness, and stillness is part of it, and stillness, and I've said before on previous programs that I've made, that it's like a piece of music, life. And if you look at any good piece of music, there are significant bar rests for different instruments, whether that's vocal, the drums, or whatever, and sometimes they'll go quite a few bars of doing nothing before they come back in, and that should be our lives. And permission to be still, permission to do nothing is very, very important. We're going into the break. Please do stay with me, because I'd like to now talk a little bit more about emotional intelligence, because you were the doctor, I'm not sure how long for the album, weren't you? 17
years at Brighton and Hove.
17 years at Brighton and Hove.
Great time of my life.
I know.
was much younger then.
I've been in the stadium and seen you on the sidelines before now. But I know you've seen emotionally intelligent behaviour and behaviour that's not been quite so emotionally intelligent. So I look forward to hearing some of that after the break. So we'll see you in just a moment, and maybe you can think about some behaviours you like too. EQ, emotional quotient, is better known as emotional intelligence. It is a tangible tool that can sit alongside your services or your product, and it can be taught. Leaders with high EQ have less stress, they're more effective, and they earn more money. There's a great saying, just because we have pains, it does not give us permission to be a pain. I believe that teaching emotional intelligence has a direct impact on your sense of success and your net profits. EQ will empower you and your workforce to drive the change that you want. Change brings transition. EQ can help unpack what's holding you back and speed up that period of transition.